YouTube. What's up? It's your boy, Original Dog Man, John Castro. This video here I had to make because something was bothering me in Fragcom. And what I started to realize was they got some real shitty people as far as reviewers go in this fragrance community. And what I mean by this is I was curious. I was curious to see which fragrance reviewers actually bought or was sent or gifted a fragrance by George Zaharoff. And what I found out was that not many of these top tier reviewers, very little, not Jeremy, not Steven, not Big Bear Business, not Carlos. I went and searched their videos for George Zaharoff fragrances, and I didn't find any. I didn't find any reviews on their channel about George Zaharoff fragrances. So I'm thinking to myself, these are supposed to be the elite of the elites, right? These are supposed to be the top dogs, in this fragrance community. They're supposed to be on top of shit like this, especially George Zaharoff, who's well known in this fucking fragrance community throughout all the Facebook groups. George Zaharoff, who helps the little man. George Zaharoff, who gives free fragrances to the little YouTubers as well as the larger YouTubers. Because I seen, what's his name? Smelling Good Fragrances. I think his name is Benjamin. I believe his name is Benjamin. I'm not really sure what his name is, but it's Smelling Good Fragrances. Sebastian. I think his name is either Benjamin or Sebastian. I can't place it right now. He was the only top tier reviewer that I seen reviewed George's fragrance. Much respect to Sebastian. So I'm thinking to myself, do these motherfuckers really hate George that much? And even if they did hate him, it's still their responsibility to review George's fragrances in this community because he is part of that. For crying out loud, he took a picture with these dudes. Even if I hated George, I would still do a review on his fragrances. I want to do a review on Mr. Smelly's fragrance. And I don't really hate Mr. Smelly, I just have questions. It's another story. But here's the thing. What the fuck is up with that? What the fuck is up with that? These dudes are on top of shit and fragrances we haven't heard of, but yet you won't help the community. You won't help someone who's part of this fucking community. Ain't that a bitch? George, I'm sorry if you don't want me making videos like this, but man, fuck these dudes. Honestly, don't give a fuck. I didn't see him do a review on your Pour Homme, your Signature, your Noir. Most of the time, these dudes are the first to jump on the new fragrances. These dudes are the first to get the new fragrances. Now that someone of importance in this community has a new fragrance, these bitches aren't yelling and screaming. These motherfuckers aren't saying a fucking thing. What does that tell you, people? These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about this community. They only give a fuck about what they can get for themselves. Just because you dislike someone doesn't mean that you can't review their shit. Fuck, DV dislikes many people, but he still reviews people's shit fairly. DB doesn't get along with Kevin Holt, but he talks good shit about some of Kevin Holt's fragrances. So I'm wondering what the fuck is up with that. Did these top tier reviewers who are usually on point, getting the newest fragrances, the newest releases, can't get one out of two of George's newest releases that have been released at the same time? Can't even review one out of the trifecta. He's got a trifecta deal going, all three of his fragrances selling for a bundle pack or some shit. Right? But these motherfuckers can't review it. What's up with that, people? I want y'all to think about this. This is why I'm making this video. Huh? What's up with that? Sebastian did it. Sebastian was on point. No bias there. Sebastian did the video. He's a top tier reviewer. In my eyesight, he really is. Knowledgeable too. Travels around the world constantly to go smell and sniff different fragrances. I like Sebastian's channel. I had a couple of things about his channel that he did when he said Dior Homme intense or Dior Homme doesn't lean feminine when it does. Yeah, I had some issues with that because it does lean feminine. And the truth is true. That was the only issue I really had with Sebastian. But to say that Carlos and Steven haven't reviewed his shit yet, and they both live in New York, and George's office is in New York? Really? You can't get a hold of any of George's fragrances to review it for the YouTube community? As well as far as we know, George is a big time part of this community. George comments on our fucking channels. George visits our live streams and shit. He gives fragrances to not just whites, but blacks and Mexicans and a Pacific Islander like me. Some of these motherfuckers have their bias. They won't give to certain people. Why do I know this? Because certain people have spoke out about it. They won't give to smaller YouTube channels. Why do I know this? Because smaller YouTube channels have spoke out about it. They have asked for samples. And they won't give samples. I mean, you're trying to tell me, George, you couldn't get a sample of George's? George sells samples. You know that, right? For cheap. But you couldn't get a sample to review it. When a smaller YouTuber like me can get the jump on a bigger YouTuber on two fragrances built by this community, in this community, and you motherfuckers don't want to review it or get your hands on it, you know what that tells me? You don't give a fuck about this community, bitches. Yeah, that's right. That's right. These motherfuckers should have been the first to jump on that fucking train. And this is no hype. George's two fragrances that had just come out are fucking great. They're great. Noir and Signature. Was it Signature Royale? Noir and Royale. Great. But you want to tell me that these motherfuckers couldn't get their hands on the fragrances when these motherfuckers are the first to jump on Versace EDP, a fucking bunk ass motherfucking flanker that some people are saying smells exactly like the old one. Really? That's a redundant buy, man. George's fragrance is not redundant buy. George's fragrance doesn't smell like anything else on the fucking market. But they want to talk about some bullshit named Nani. Nobody heard of no fucking Nani. What the fuck is a Nane or Nani? Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, one of his, I don't know, last 3 videos. I'm like, really, bro? George is settled right there in the same fucking state you're in, New York. Possibly the same city. You know, Brooklyn, New York, I don't fucking know. I've never been there. Wanted to go, but I don't know if I want to go there now. hearing that this shit is a liberal fucking town. Y'all turned away Amazon and shit. Turned away Amazon, AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez fucking turned away Amazon, a booming fucking business, turned it away from New York. Stupid. I don't think I want to visit New York, nor San Diego, nor San Francisco. They're these liberal fucking cities. Nor Nevada. I don't give a fuck. Give a fuck if they have Vegas there. Still don't want to visit that shit. I'd rather go to Florida. But anyways, man. And I used to live in California, Long Beach and fucking San Diego. But I wouldn't want to visit San Francisco. So this is my question, man. What the fuck is up with these dudes? Why aren't they reviewing people's fragrances in this community? Yet Steven wants many of us, of the smaller YouTubers, or somewhat smaller YouTubers, to review his shit. And many of us have bought, not us, not me, but I've seen many of y'all smaller YouTuber channels have bought Steven's shit. Outright bought the entire bottle. Not just the sample pack, but the fucking bottle itself. 200. Some of y'all spend like 800,000 bucks on this shit already. But Steven won't review George's shit. And George is handing shit out. George is handing the shit out, man. Steven was charging motherfuckers. And he wasn't giving it away to the smaller YouTube channels. Nah, you had to pay for that shit. George gives his shit away to the smaller YouTube channel. George does more for this fucking community than Steven and fucking Carlos will ever fucking do. You know, want to know what I see? I see jealousy and hatred. This is what the fuck I see. I see Carlos and Steven, jealousy and hatred, hating on George. That's what the fuck I see right now. Hey, hit me up. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe George is good. George, hit me up. Maybe you're good with Steven and Carlos. But hey, why the fuck haven't they reviewed your shit yet, man? Huh? I got a problem with that, man. Why? Because we are the community. We are the backbone. We are the repeat buyers. That's right. We keep this fucking community going. Not some decaf. Yeah, dumb casual ass fans. We're not dumb casual ass fans. We see what's going on. That's right. We're not decafs. Am I wrong? Should I not give a fuck? Should you not give a fuck? Should George not make any money? Not saying that George cares about money, because George probably has money. But shouldn't he not be rewarded for his work? Yeah, he gives out to fragrance reviewers, but fragrance reviewers in return help George out too. Carlos and Steven can open a floodgate for him. They can get some of their fucking subscribers, if they're real, to actually buy some of George's shit too. But no, they won't review his shit. For why? Why not? The only thing I could fucking think of, jealousy, hatred. Mainly jealousy. I smell George's fragrance. Still on my skin right now. I put it on yesterday. And I don't know, man. You know I'm always going to speak on the truth. What's the truth, man? Why haven't, question, maybe I should title this video, question, why haven't these top tier reviewers review George's fragrances yet. Hmm? It's been what, 2, 3 weeks now since it's been out? Since he's been able to send them out? Shit, sometimes these motherfuckers get fragrances before the fragrances are even on the shelves. Like Jeremy with Invictus Onyx. Shit, Steven was up on Sedley and Greenlee before anybody fucking had it. He had a picture of it. Shit, Steven was the first one to put up Versace EDP. But George, part of this community, an important figure in this community, and Steven doesn't have it, yet they live in the same state. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all could try to deny this shit all you want. But me and you, we not stupid. We not stupid. What's going on? What's going on? So you can tell a lot about a person by their actions. You can tell how bitch made a motherfucker is by their actions. Carlos, you bitch made. Steven, you bitch made. Here's why I say this. And not so much Big Beer Business, because I don't think Big Beer Business has much to do with George Zaharoff. Not sure about that. And not so much Ashton. And not so much certain other YouTubers, you know. But TLTG did a review of it. You know, I'm guessing TLTG is George's right-hand man. That's fine. Got no problem with that. But here's the thing. George lives in the same state. Has taken pictures with Carlos and Steven. But yet, these motherfuckers won't review his shit. What does that tell y'all? What does that tell y'all? Their pussy is hurting. They got some hurt pussies out here. That's what the fuck that tells me. These bitches are bleeding. And George Zaharoff is the one who made it bleed. Peace the fuck out.